As they arrive near the Ishigami village on a hot air balloon, Senku feels happy and says that they finally made it. Seeing a village for the first time in thousands of years, Ryosui gets excited and admires the villagers for building such a beautiful village in this stone world, also declaring that he wants everything, including the mountains and the village, but Chrome shuts him down. Before landing in the village, Ryosui asks Senku about the identity of the Ishigami villagers, saying that they do not look like the people of the 21st century. To his surprise, Senku tells him that they are the descendants of the people who escaped the purification beam thousands of years ago. Hearing Ryosui then asks Senku if he is the one who made the revival fluid, then who revived him from his deep slumber? Chrome says that he does not know the exact information about this, but Senku was able to revive due to the continuous exposure to the nitric acid. After that, Ishigami villagers welcome their heroes for successfully testing the hot air balloon. Kahaku and Yukyu then show Ryosui around the Ishigami village, telling him about the battle between the Senku and Tsukasa empires. She also tells him that Tsukasa was his former enemy who tried to kill him so many times, but despite this, Senku is trying to save him and has even put him in a deep ice sleep until he gets the medicine to save his life. Yukyu then informs him that for this to happen, Senku is trying to go to the other side of the world so he can find everything to revive all of humanity, including Tsukasa. Hearing this, Ryosui says that if they are trying to go to the other side of the world with a ship, then they need a powerful captain who can get them there, and the captain is Ryosui himself. As the ship starts to take shape, everyone gets excited, saying that they will finally be able to see the other side of the world. Yukyu then congratulates Senku on his successful flight, but asks about the fuel he was looking for. Senku tells him that at first, his flight was a little bit hairy, but since they are fighting both land and sky at the same time, they will soon find the king of fuel, which is oil, and with that, they can go to any place they want, including the other side of the planet. Hearing this, Yukyu smiles and says that he believes in Senku, and he will do it for sure. For their successful return, the villagers prepared a feast for them. Ryosui is excited for the food, thinking that the feast is filled with chicken and other foods, but is disappointed when he finds out that the entire feast is a fish-based meal. Ryosui asks how long Senku plans to stay in the village for, and he responds that it may take 1 to 2 years, depending on how soon they can find oil. Desperate for a better lifestyle, Ryosui declares that he will not only find oil but food too, and sets off scanning the land from the hot air balloon once more, even taking Kahaku with them this time. While searching for oil, they start surveying the areas from land and air, so they can build a new world map too. Suddenly, they came across a new land and found a herd of feral goats. Ikkyu hunts one of them down and brings her meat to the village. After that, the villagers get impressed after they show them their map. Not only this, Ryosui also tells them that with this map, they don't have to eat such dreadful fish dishes, but they can go to the pointed food location and hunt down the goats and eat their meat. Happy about the access to more food, a woman tears up in relief, saying that science is amazing and they won't lose anyone else to starvation. After that, Ryosui discusses the past of the village. Kahaku reveals that before her birth, this village was 10 times bigger, but frequent food shortages reduced their numbers heavily, and that most of Turquoise's family died of starvation. Hearing this, Senku decides to focus on agriculture so no one can die from starvation again, and Ryosui happily complies. Since Ryosui is the greediest man in the world, Senku reveals that his only goal for agriculture is to create a food market, so he can earn more money with it. Hearing this, Kahaku tells him that she doesn't know whether he is a good guy or bad, but he is far worse than General. As they head for their next destination, they come across a new land, and soon find a field of wheat they can harvest. After that, Kahaku starts cutting it with her sword and soon harvests several bundles of wheat. Since the amount they have now isn't quite enough, he gives them the idea of farming. When asked where they will farm it, Senku tells them that the mountains around Ishigami village aren't suitable. Instead, they'll plant wheat on the plains of Kanto, and they will give the guerrilla team a tough time. On the other side, the guerrilla team is collecting the broken parts of the humans and fixing them with glue. One of the men finds the statue of an old man, stating that he is his father, and he wants to revive him. To their shock, Nikki tells them that they will not revive more men, and if they do, they will run out of food. Suddenly, Kahaku arrives at the scene, declaring that up until now, they were relying on Mother Nature's charity, but now, they are going to use their minds and might to make their own food, showing them the seeds they collected on the island. As the guerrilla team starts making the field, Magma and Yo get exhausted, saying that the weather is so hot and they won't be able to work in this heat. To their surprise, Yuzuriha makes a hat for them and gives one of them to Jin. Due to his twitchy nature, Jin feels that this is the crown of agriculture, and since Senku and Ryosui are both gone looking for oil, the one who will make good food will become the leader of the agriculture science. Hearing this, everyone gets motivated and starts creating the field, with Magma and Yo declaring a plot against each other. At night, while everyone takes a rest near the area, Taiju is still creating the field. Jin and Yuzuriha, who are seeing this, admire Taiju for his hard work, with Jin even calling him a farming monster. Both of them then ask Taiju to take some rest, but Taiju responds that his parents died when he was a kid, and he will do anything to bring his family back to life. But since he can't do that, he will bring back the families of others, and will make a mountain of food, and they will start it with wheat and bread. The next morning, tiny sprouts were growing all over Taiju's field, but Magma's and Yo's were barren. They wonder why Taiju's grew but theirs didn't, but to their surprise, Taiju tells them that he had added calcium carbonate to his field, which he created from ground-up seashells, as Senku had suggested him in the past. They then call Senku on the cell phone to ask him about it, and Senku says to test the soil quality using litmus paper, and when they do so, Magma and Yo's soil made the paper stripe red, while Taiju's paper turned purple. Senku tells him that his soil is great for wheat since he neutralizes it with the calcium, while Magma's and Yo's soil is acidic and wheat can't grow in it. After adding some calcium carbonate to their fields as well, they begin sprouting, and Magma and Yo are very happy to see it. Since Taiju is the ultimate farmer, he is crowned the Food King. As Senku and the others arrive on the field, he says that they have taken a massive first step towards food security, which is the most critical problem for humanity's future. He then declares that he will use this opportunity to take on the world, solve the mystery of petrification, and revive all of humanity. Back at the village, Ryosui dreams of bread and burgers, but Senku tells him not to get his hopes up as he is not a professional chef. As they let out the bread, they realize that it has been burned out badly and they can't eat it, but to their surprise, Chrome, Kahaku, and the others eat it wholeheartedly. Realizing that they can't make delicious food in this world, they vow to revive a top chef. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 2. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.